What's up, Laker Nation, and welcome to the first broadcast of the Laker Lookout News. I'm Lauren Gibson.
And I'm Kyle Pereira. Let's get right into the news. It's that time of year again, and prom is right around the corner.
That's right, Kyle, and most people would agree that the most important choice of the night is what to wear. Kim Almeida leads the story on the process of the perfect fit.
Get ready to break out your heels and ties. Prom is considered to be one of the biggest highlights of your high school experience. Some girls have been planning this for months, or even years. Prom is all about being the most stylish. The question is, what's in style this time around? Last year, everyone was all about those pockets. Let's see what Vivian has to say on this subject.
Honestly, looking back on every previous year of prom dresses, I don't think there's a set style. I think people go off of their own style and then they pick something that suits them. So I see a lot of some people have embellished ball gowns, and then other people go for something that I go for, much simpler, fits the body, but then is also elegant and has a little bit of detail.
Now, most importantly, now that you have found your dress and prom is fast approaching, are you excited for it?
I am. I'm always excited to dress up, put my makeup on, get my hair done.
Thanks, Vivian, for that insight.
Thanks, Kim, for keeping us in fashion. Prom isn't the only thing on students' minds. Exams are coming up too, and the Laker Lookout has some tips for how you can prepare.
Number 1, don't slack off on review days.
Number 2, don't forget to bring a calculator, a pen, a pencil, and anything else you might need.
Number 3, don't forget your watch for those AP exams.
Step 4, don't forget to organize all of your study material so you can find everything that you need.
And step number 5, don't forget to ask as much questions as you can to your teachers before the exam. And now, let's ask what Ms. Mueller has to say.
So the first thing I would advise students to do is sleep well. At your age, people should be getting about 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Another thing would be to eat well. Eat good, healthy food, not high in concentrated carbohydrates, but vegetables, fruit, whole wheat grains and breads, things that are good for your body. And the other piece of advice that isn't health advice, but just general advice from someone who's been through a lot of college and has a lot of college credits, don't cram at the last minute. Do all your studying the night before. Don't study that day or that morning. Don't try to cram stuff in, because when you look at stuff, you go, oh my gosh, I don't know that. And then you start getting all upset, and just trust that you did your best studying beforehand.
Mr. Levitt has been selected as our teacher feature from our group of journalists. He has coordinated the marching band, concert band, jazz band, choir, and the plays that were performed in Ponopoy. He has inspired many students to pursue their musical dreams. Now let's get to know more about him and how he does it.
You'll be there. You'll be there.
I started teaching in 1984 in northern Vermont, up on the Canadian border. I taught elementary band.
He also had a close source of inspiration. He shares.
My parents were both music teachers, so them probably. And then some of my professors in college, one in particular, my jazz band director in college, was an inspiration to me.
When asked why he decided to get involved in the school musical, he responded,
there was an opportunity to get involved and teach a different group of kids about music, so I did that. And I've always liked theater kids. I always liked the energy about a theater production, and there was a chance to get involved with it. I said, this looks like something I'd like to try and do.
and if you're thinking of being part of a school production, Mr. Levitt's advice is
that you should do it. That you should think about it. They're great groups of people. It's, like I said, there's a positive energy. There's a nice energy about the band kids and the choir kids and the theater kids. that it's a real supportive group. You don't have to be the world's greatest actor, actress, or musician. You'll find a place in the group. And I would say take a risk, because you might find out something about yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Levitt, for giving us the opportunity to interview you for our teacher feature. And now here's Kyle with his feature.
Inside of Apponequet, you see many talented faces walk through the halls. From extremely talented singers to incredible actors seen in school plays, there's no question that there are many unique students here. Spencer Chant, a senior here at Apponequet, fits the bill perfectly as a great artist and musician. Spencer has gone on to find success both in school and outside of it. From art class to recording a YouTube video at the mall, Spencer gets his name out there. His YouTube channel, Cyan Krockemeyer, has nearly 5,000 subscribers. He will be looking to create more musically inclined videos in the future, so you should definitely check him out. As for his art, he has excelled in his AP art classes and finished in the top 3 for most artistic in the yearbook. He has a very creative and artistic mind and has created over 100 trading cards with his character creations, often symbolizing friends across the school. But with a creative mind, there has to be some sort of inspiration behind it.
It's kind of a lot of things. I've liked drawing ever since I was really young. My style is just sort of based on cartoons I used to watch and just sort of what I feel natural drawing. I've never really been that great at shading and stuff, more realistic art, so I took to cartooning.
As for inspiration for musical collaborations with friends,
A lot of the music I've done with friends wasn't actually my idea. A lot of it was other people's ideas, my part for Invasion on Jonan's album, and then the Glover rap. That was all Jonan. He brought the ideas to me, and I just worked with them. I don't casually write raps unless I'm prompted to, but I do casually write my instrumental stuff, and that's sort of my two things. So whenever I do a rap, it's because someone has asked me, "Hey, do you want to rap for this or whatever?" And I said, "Yeah, sure."
but what Spencer loves the most is
I just like seeing my creations come to life and then being able to share them with others. That's really what I like going for. Just because, it really makes my day when I show someone a picture. It could be freaking Buff Malcolm, and they're just "Oh, who's he?" I'm it's Malcolm in the middle with a giant arm and also is an eldritch demon. So, I love doing that stuff. I love getting sort of critiqued and have questions asked. It really bothers me when I show someone and they're "Yeah, it's good." How is it good? That's why. And music too. I always love it when when I hear someone singing someone from one of my songs, or people say "Hey, I saw the Glover rap. It was really good." I just like that.
And now let's catch up on sports.
Last year, the Apponequet Lakers boys lacrosse team was an even 8-8 and qualified for the MIAA Division III playoffs. Although they were unfortunately defeated in the first round, the team looks to rebound and will try to improve on last year's record and hopefully advance even further into the second round.
The 2019 season has gotten off to a relatively even start for the Lakers, as they're 3-4 and hoping to come back from their most recent loss to a tough ORR team. Despite a record slightly below a .500 winning percentage, Apponequet is still looking to move on and keep improving throughout the season. When asked about his team, head coach Jeremy Nodelman had this to say. Our team has worked hard this season. We have a good mix of veteran and underclassmen players. They understand how hard we need to work each day to be ready to compete with the other good South Coast Conference opponents. We've been working on lessening our mistakes with handling the ball and our decision-making and believe that improvements in these areas will allow us to compete in the SCC and to make a solid run into the postseason.
The Lady Lakers softball team is ready to take the rest of the South Coast Conference by storm. The coach who's guiding them, Miss Almeida. For those that don't know, Miss Almeida is a math teacher here at Apponequet, but there's a lot more than meets the eye. She's a great coach who expects the best out of all of her players. Miss Almeida took a deep dive into what goals she set for not only herself but her players as well.
Definitely to make the playoffs and finish with a record higher than 500. We just had a game yesterday, so now we're at 2-3, and we're hoping at the end of the week to be at 3-3, which puts us at 500. So we still have a little bit work to do.
when it comes to areas of improvement.
I would say as a whole team, we just need to maybe hit a little bit better in key situations. Our defense has vastly improved and is, to me, it's one of the best in the league, but we just need to produce more runs as a collective unit and have everybody on the same page.
She also notes that there's some promising young talent.
I think just maturity, understanding the game. I actually only lost one player last year, but this year a bunch of the girls who are freshmen I think have a little bit more maturity, and maturity that doesn't mean like it's more like softball maturity where I'm talking about, and they're just a little more comfortable because they've already been a year with the squad, and some of my juniors have been on for a couple of years. So just understanding the game, getting to kind of work together, as this is like the second year as a whole team together. So I think as like a collective unit, they just are vibing a little bit more.
The Lady Lakers softball has a lot of great players and a great coach in Miss Almeida, and they have a lot of success ahead of them this season. Based on the success and the enjoyment many players have shown on the field, this is something seniors will miss when they graduate. But sports might not be the only thing that seniors will miss. Let's get back to Lauren for more.
Great job, Laker Nation, on all your accomplishments with sports, and good luck on all your future championships. Now, as we're approaching the end of the year and the seniors will be leaving soon, we have decided to dedicate a segment to them where they can share what they're going to miss and what they can't wait to ditch.
The thing I'll miss most about Apponequet is Mr. Polino's classes. They were always super fun. The thing that I won't miss is definitely getting up early. I'm always tired.
One thing I'm going to miss about high school is the teachers, like Miss Gray, Miss Nardi, and something I'm going to ditch about high school is the homework, hours of homework.
So I'm not going to miss waking up early and speeding to school, trying to get there on time. And I'm gonna miss all the friends that I made here that I won't see anymore in college.
Okay, I'm gonna miss my good friends, seeing them every day, having great laughs with them. What I'm not gonna miss is the early mornings and the long days.
I'm definitely not going to miss having to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, but I am going to miss having a set studying schedule and also having all my classes.
I'm going to miss going to sporting events, and I'm not going to miss the four-way intersection.
I'm going to miss pep rallies, but I am not going to miss the early mornings.
That's it for this broadcast.
From all of us here at the Laker Lookout,
Thanks for joining us.